Hey, listen, social and environmental practices are really important to us here at One Big Island in Space. But, Farm Direct is also just a smart business model. Find out more here on Bean Basics on the road. Oh, hey there. Welcome to Bean Basics with Bob and Michelle on the road. And we are in sunny Nicaragua, and we're at the Recreo Coffee Estate. I'm actually right in front of the wet mill. We're not going to cover that today because we'd rather be here during harvest season for that, to have that conversation. But one of the conversations that I wanted to have with you is that we do come back and we visit the farm on a regular basis. And the reason that we do that is to check on the progress, boots in the ground, eyes on, and that kind of thing. So we always talk about the idea of our version of Farm Direct being about the people, the planet, and the community. But the other part that I wanted to talk about was as a business model, right? And we started Farm Direct for many reasons, but one of them was because coffee is under threat, and coffee is under threat from climate change, and commodity is under threat from the commodities marketplace. But today I wanted to sort of talk about why this is a great business model. And the reason that Farm Direct is a great business model is simply because we get price stability out of it, and we have supply stability out of this. So we're in a war with climate change right now, and it's farms like this that help us fight that war against climate change. The war on climate change in the coffee producing world is something called rust or roya, and that's a mold that attacks the coffee leaf and completely defoliates it, and that makes it so that it can no longer produce a cherry and then therefore no longer produce a coffee seed. The thing that we're checking up on the farm today is to find out, well, what is the plan? How are we going to combat roya here? And they have a really serious plan in place. By 2025, they are essentially going to replace every plant on this farm with rust-resistant varieties and using techniques that just generally keep the plant healthy so that it can fight rust. So by 2025, they are going to replace 700,000 plants. And one plant in its minimum can produce 1 pound, but of course the way they do it, they have brilliant techniques here. They can get 1.5, 2 pounds out of a plant. But they have a serious plan to help us fight climate change and help us keep our supply chain stable, or our supply, not our supply chain, and keep our price stable. And we really appreciate that. And on that note, I'm going to leave you with this, and that is when you love the world will love you right back. Hey, thanks for joining us. For future episodes, click the subscribe button. Bean Basics is brought to you by One Big Island in Space.com with 2 G's.